Hey guys, Logan with Talent Compass here, and I wanted to share how to handle an influx of applicants. So, if you've downloaded our track framework or if you've seen that a track framework, you should start seeing a lot more applicants that are scheduling interviews, which is great. But what can start becoming a little bit overwhelming is you have so many interviews scheduled that you're not quite sure what to do with them. And I wanted to spend some time today to talk about how to efficiently manage your interviews so that you're not in a situation where you have a ton of interviews and you have people waiting forever and they end up leaving or they're upset, or you spend all your time doing the interviews. So there's really two options that we recommend whenever we do interviews. So for those of you that don't know, we have to hire over 100 cleaning staff every single year for our cleaning company, and then we have to also hire for our install team for Christmas light installation. So we do a lot of interviews, a lot of staffing each year, and it can really our rolling one-to-ones is basically where you set up 2 blocks on your calendar. Okay, so your interview calendar. You're gonna say, "Hey, I can," and for us, we go 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. That's not a range, that is a block for 15 minutes. So you say, "Hey, at 10 a.m., I'm gonna allow up to 20 or 30 people to schedule an interview." And it's a 15-minute slot, so they should all be showing up at 10 a.m. or 12 a.m. You do the same thing for both slots. Now, say you have 20 people that schedule an interview at 10. What's important to know is for the industries that we serve, typically if it's a full-time role, only 50% of those interviews are going to show up. If it's a part-time role, it's closer to about 33%. So if you have 20 people scheduled at 10 a.m., you're probably only going to end up getting between 7 and 12 people actually show up. And you notice that you've got 20 interviews or 30 interviews. Understand that that role that you're hiring for, you're not more than likely you're not going to have that many people show up. But with that, even with that being said, there may be situations where we're hitting above the mark some weeks, which is great. And so now maybe you have 15 people show up. But what do you do with them? Or even if you have 7 people show up, what do you do with them? Because what you don't want to do is you don't want to look unprofessional.